of a sitting president will face a judge for his first in-person arraignment on federal gun charges tomorrow. So tomorrow also a big day. Federal prosecutors allege Hunter Biden lied on a government form, claiming he was not using illegal drugs when he bought a gun back in 2018. Another count accuses Biden of possessing a gun while using a narcotic. This comes after a long-running investigation and the collapse of a plea deal that would have averted a criminal trial. A U.S. district judge refusing to accept the plea deal when the government and defense lawyers couldn't agree whether or not it protected Biden from future charges. Let's bring in Jesse Weber on this one. He's our NewsNation legal contributor. Jesse, it's always good to see you. Okay, tomorrow, are we in for any surprises this time around? I mean, anything falling through, anything going to blow up that we weren't anticipating, similar to last time?
I think I said last time that we weren't going to have any surprises during the plea deal, and look what happened. But yeah. I'm fairly confident to say that during this arraignment, we shouldn't see any surprises. It's relatively straightforward, particularly in this case, because I think there's an effort by the prosecutors and the judge to make sure that Hunter Biden is treated the same as everybody else. So what we're basically going to see are the charge. Well, we're not going to see it, but the charges being read against him and a plea being entered on his behalf. And this begins the next step in the criminal process. But, I think it was really significant that he is going to appear in that courtroom because there was pushback from his defense attorneys to say, why can't he just appear virtually? Now, as I said, there has been a very strong effort on the part of the prosecution, and it was agreed to by the judge, that we don't want to treat him differently, particularly since, as we're talking about right now, Donald Trump is facing a number of different legal issues, and there can't be the perception that Hunter Biden is treated differently. We're not in COVID times. Well, not COVID times like we were, where people had to do virtual appearances. So he has to be there. It's important that he is there to ultimately be there for the arraignment.
Yeah. President Trump is about to show up in person. Do you often find that people from high-profile families or somebody who is just high-profile themselves often get treated differently in a case like this, preferential treatment?
Well, I've never seen the president's son being criminally charged before. This is a first for me. I will tell you, there is always the perception that those who are rich or powerful get special treatment. But look, I'm a lawyer and I'm a legal analyst, and I have to tell you, in the past few years, we have seen numerous civil and criminal cases where the high and mighty fall. And I'm not saying that's what's going to happen here, but there is supposed to be a level playing field for all kinds of criminal defendants and civil defendants. And that's what I hope for. And I think when you see this kind of decision here, even though it's going to be a little bit of a headache to get Hunter Biden's son, to get Hunter Biden at the courthouse and their security measures and the cost, the overall benefit of that is what's important, right? You don't want to create a public perception that he's getting special treatment in this kind of case.
Yeah, I know that court filings also have indicated Biden is expected to plead not guilty, which is interesting considering he was poised to plead guilty and accept that plea deal just a couple months back. Okay, Jesse Weber, we've got to leave it there with everything happening with former President Trump. Thanks so much as always, sir.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.